to your Chips and Salsa show. Chipsters, this is Don Jorge El Alacran. And today is a great day because we have a great guest that we're going to interview here. And my co-host,
Cheryl Rosado.
Cheryl Rosado.
Yes. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Holy moly. Singer.
A la cuisine. Okay, so we are here, and before we jump into it, a silliness aside, before we jump into it with our guest who is running for Congress, we will take one moment to thank our wonderful sponsors. We have AZ Injection Perfection to do body sculpting and lash extensions, and for your AC and plumbing needs, there's Canaloo Air. For your automotive needs, we have National Automotive Repair, and for what is One Team One Dream Foundation? What do they're an organization, a nonprofit for the community. So if you're interested in volunteering, hit them up. Go to their website, oneteamdreamfoundation.org. And thank you to our sponsors for giving us the opportunity to talk to our wonderful guests, like this friend of the Chips and Salsa show, Dan Butierez.
But can I say one thing?
Sure.
One Dream Foundation, you'll hear about it in the near future. They'll be collecting toys to give out to needy kids. So stay tuned for that. They're a great
Is that
foundation.
like a Christmas in December or like for like Christmas?
No, it's a Christmas in December that they do.
Or I mean Christmas in July.
Yeah, and it's a big giveaway.
Sorry. Oh. I had a little too much to drink today.
A little shot glass there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Stuttering Stanley. Okay, so CD7, how's it going? What's it looking like?
Daniel Butierez.
Daniel Butierez for CD7.
Hey, everybody. This is Daniel Butierez, and running for CD7 in Arizona. And Cheryl, to tell you, we have been campaigning nonstop. We were in Yuma Thursday. I went to the FOP memorial for the officers, and that was Thursday night. Spoke at the GOP in Yuma, and Friday morning, we took off. I had a truck I had to pick up that had broke down last time I was in Yuma. Took it home, dropped it off the shop, and raced to Douglas to do Douglas Days. And we were in the parade, had a great time.
I heard a little bit about Douglas Days, actually. Like, heard you had some chit chat with your Democratic possible opponent there.
Yep, I met Daniel Hernandez, nice young man. He is young, and we'll see what happens. He's running against Adelita, but I believe he's working much harder than Adelita because Adelita just thinks she's got it.
Because of her last name?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I think because of her last name, it might hurt her more than it helps her because we've had a Grijalva for 22 years. We don't need another. And that's a lot of people feel that way. So,
mm-hmm. And your family comes way back in Tucson, and
all over southern Arizona. My family's been here for hundreds of years, and the Democrats they're worrying about me. I don't care what the media says. The Democrats are absolutely worrying about me. I'm campaigning different than anyone else has ever campaigned because I realize that CD7 is different than any other CD7 in Arizona. Any other district in Arizona. And it's got to be dealt with way different. And I'm the guy to do it because that's where I was born and raised.
Yeah, because it had drifted socialistic for the years gone by. And I think Daniel will bring a new light to his candidacy and to the Republican Party and to the Conservative Party.
And like you said, Douglas is changing. Like there are lots of pockets in the state that are changing. And you said like it used to be like super blue, but it wasn't like that at Douglas Days.
No. And now then actually Daniel Hernandez had pointed that out to me. He goes, this city used to be blue. What happened? That said things change. And Douglas is changing. It is turning red. And that's the only people that were there were Republicans. There was the Trump tent, nice. My tent, the GOP tent. It was, and Hernandez was blown away by that. He wasn't there very long. He packed up and left because I think he felt uncomfortable. Though I did try to make him feel comfortable. The other thing that's changing is Nogales. Okay, Nogales is the bluest section of Arizona. It always has been. I went to see Oscar, okay, with or what's the name of his station? Maxima Radio, okay, in Nogales. It's the only radio station in Nogales. I went to see him, and he had me come in. He said, "Mr. Butierez, it's an honor to meet you." I sat down. He goes, "When I saw your signs pop up, I was blown away." He goes, "Let me tell you something. No Republican has ever put their signs up in Nogales." I said, "Well, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't going to put my signs up there either. I thought they would destroy them." And I said, "As a matter of fact, they didn't even break my flags off of the signs. It was really amazing."
Well, you put flags on your sign.
I put flags on the top of my sign, and my signs are pretty, they stand out from everybody's. They're really well done. And I go through a lot of trouble to put them up. But nobody broke my flags. And he goes, "Let me tell you something, Mr. Butierez. This city respects you. And
Aww.
It's because you came out and put your signs up, because you come out here and talk to us. You're not afraid to come in and talk to the people." He goes, "And you are the man that can change Nogales to Republican. And Nogales is not Democrat. They are Republicans. They just don't know it."
I think that really, really resonates with people when you are willing to put yourself out there and say, like, I'm expecting for you to maybe not accept me, but I'm going to try. I'm going to put my signs up. I'm going to make, an appearance. I'm going to come down and be on your radio show. I'm going to give it my all, even though everyone says that I shouldn't, or if it's not expected of me. And that makes it really matters to people. They feel seen. They feel like I do want to have a connection with you because I'm working really hard to do that. And that's what matters to voters, I think.
Exactly. And that's, I did an interview with We Love Nogales, and I was telling you both earlier, the Democrats actually took and shared that interview on their on their page,
media?
on Facebook, and they didn't share the Democrats' interviews, just mine, and they were upset because I don't have Republican on my signs. Okay. And I think that's kind of funny, because the reason I don't have these things is because I'm trying to connect and trying to point out to the Hispanics that we are conservative. We are all conservatives. If I step up and say, I come at them and say, "Hey, you need to be Republican," it kind of turns them off and starts an argument. If I go over and say, "Listen, you and I are both conservatives. We believe in God, family, and country, and the Constitution," they can unite with that. They can. It shows that we're compatible.
Right.
And we got a chance to start working through the differences.
Rather than
Afterwards, they
just
can become a Republican if they want.
Right. But rather than just coming at them like, "Oh, well, you need to do this and that," like, let's talk about, what unites us. What are our strong similarities? Because those are going to be your core values. You know what I mean? Are the things that are similar. So those are the things, and you can talk about, the name later, like you said.
Yep.
You've knocked on a lot of doors. You met a lot of Latinos. You met a lot of Hispanics, and a lot of Democrats, and they all seem to like the message that you have, right?
Exactly. Because
I see a big change coming.
Oh, I do too. And what I'm telling Nogales, and I went and visited the senior center in Nogales yesterday, and I got their commitment all behind me to vote for me, even though they're all Democrats.
Right.
Because I let them know that that these Democrats are running on, we hate Trump, we're going to fight Trump, we're going to stop Trump, okay? And why they're running on that, what are they going to do for Arizona in the next 3 years? Nothing. They will do nothing for Arizona for the next 3 years. And this is the Democrats are getting behind that and understanding that, because that's what I'm telling them. Listen to them talk. They're going to do nothing for Arizona for the next 3 years. Why not get someone in there like me that will work with the administration to bring jobs and resources here? And check this out. There's another election next year. So if I don't go in and do or try working on what I'm talking about, then fire me and hire someone else.
Exactly.
But I'm telling you, I'm going to bring these things to Arizona because Trump's going to want me to win next year. So he's going to make sure that I take care of the constituents, Democrats, Independents, and Republicans, so that everyone's happy and everyone votes for me next year.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an opportunity for Arizona to boost our economy in CD7.
Right.
And you will.
And,
you know,
yeah.
I know, and I know you. I know you will. And the people that are getting to know you know and feel that you will.
And I think it's really smart to say, like, why would you pick someone who says, I plan to do nothing in Stonewall for the next 3 years? Like, that's not any sort of progress. That's not any sort of betterment for your community. Do you know what I mean? Like, get somebody in like me. I want to work hard. I want to make a difference, and give me the chance to do that. And like you said, if you don't like me, there's another election coming up right around the corner.
I like the way you said progress. You know,
Well,
these progressives, they're not
right.
going to be any progressive at all. They're going to be standing there doing
Exactly.
nothing for
Well,
3
it's
years.
like the previous candidate, who may he rest in peace. He didn't come out very much. They covered for him. He didn't represent the people of Tucson like he should have. And he had a lot of time to, I mean, how many years has he been in the office?
22.
22 years.
Oof.
And give Daniel a chance. That's all we're saying is you'll see the results.
And I won't be there for 22 years because I promised my wife I'd do 3 terms and that's it.
That's it.
So you have a self-imposed limit there?
Yes.
I think
yeah.
people would like that too. Do you
Yeah.
tell that to people?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Because and I have actually had some Democrats kick back on that and say, "Well, you're going to fix all these things, and then you're just going to take off, and then they're going to fall apart." And I said, "No, because I will find someone that I believe will move these things forward, and then I'll endorse them."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the way it
Or
works. Or her.
Thank
Her
you,
and-
George.
And he has a great campaign manager. You know, she's very good. We all respect her. She's very knowledgeable.
Yep.
And so,
Yep,
your
and it's a her.
Yeah, and it's a her. Your
Yes.
campaign is strong. That's what I have to say. Everybody needs to go out and support Daniel and his run for this office in the primary and then in the general.
What kind of support are you still looking for? Like, you need volunteers. I know you need money.
Yeah.
Everyone needs money.
Yep.
What else?
I need volunteers out here in Avondale for sure.
Okay.
Avondale, it's hard for me to get out here as much because it's a long drive, so we don't really stay here like we do. If we go to Yuma, we plan it so that we're going there for a few days, and we rent a place and stay there for a few days to do whatever we're doing. So we plan it like that. Douglas and Nogales, Nogales is only an hour drive, so we just drive there for the day and come back. Avondale's much tougher because, one, it's harder to get around here, so it takes many hours to get around Avondale. So it just becomes exhausting for us.
And he attended one of our LD meetings last week, and he saw the support that he's going to get from Avondale, from LD 22, which I represent, and I think there's another LD too that is in that area. But we're going all out for Daniel Butierez. We're going to knock on doors. We're going to remind people not to forget the primaries. People stay home at the primaries. They don't think it's important. This primary is important. We need to change the status quo. We need to put Daniel in there to show what a change could do, because he will make a big change for the better for the communities. And so, yeah, we're behind you 100% in Avondale. And I'm in Tullison, but still, Avondale, Phoenix, Tullison, it's all part of the CD3 movement.
Yep.
Very cool. And what's your website again?
The website is butierezforcongress.com.
And is the number 4 or FOR?
FOR.
FOR. Okay. So butierezforcongress.com.
Yep.
Are you on social media?
I'm on Facebook, and that's Butierez for Congress. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
Do you do dances when you're on TikTok?
No, I'm not a TikToker, but I do have almost 7,000 followers on TikTok. So
I have like 5, so you beat me. I don't do the dances either, though.
But I did go dancing in Douglas because the bands were playing, and I danced with a couple of older ladies and had a good time. Tried to get my wife to dance, but my wife doesn't ever want to dance. I told her, I said, it's important when there's those kind of things there. When I'm with the Latinos and they got the music playing, her and I should always get up and at least dance once because it shows everybody that I'm just a person just like you.
Just like them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I run on. I'm a man for and of the people.
Awesome.
So when's your next big events? Do you have any coming up in the near future? I know the primaries.
Or
are
just
really
canvas.
We haven't had any events set up that we're doing. We have just been out meeting people I guess Douglas Days was a big event because we went there and set up. I don't know of any that are coming up yet, but then again, I just, I get a phone call and someone tells me when to go.
Yeah, so.
And apparently I'm being told that I have 2 fundraisers coming up.
Oh, okay. Very nice. So if we go to your website, is it going to have information there for those fundraisers?
In a few days.
And you'll get it up there? Okay.
Yeah.
So by the time that we get this up, it'll be all up there then.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we
awesome.
make a big showing before that primary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you have anything else you'd like to tell the voters?
The primary is July 15th, and the general is September 23rd.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's coming up
September
fast.
the 23rd?
Real fast. Yep, September the 23rd.
And July.
Oh, I met a young lady up. This I need to share. The younger kids that are coming out of high school, they are going Republican. And this lady wrote this young lady wrote this amazing letter. Big time supporter. She just admires me and knows I'm the fighter Arizona needs. She was born in Nogales. She mailed me a letter. My wife called me up and read it to me and said, "You need to call her." So Yvette called her, and her mother answered, and her mother said that was all excited and said, "He read the letter?" And Yvette said, "Well, of course he read the letter." And so she said, "Would you like to meet him? We are in Nogales, and we're getting ready to go do a live interview at We Love Nogales." And the mother said, "Oh, we'll be there." So we pull up, and her and her mother are there. Her mother went to the school, Nogales High School, picked her up, pulled her out of school, brought her down to meet me, and she sat there and watched it. And she wants me to go to her graduation. So I will be at Nogales High School on Friday to
cheer her on.
To be there to support. And so I asked her, I said, I'm curious. A lot of young kids have followed me and really liked me, and I want to know why. Why are you all going Republican? And she said, because the Republicans represent family values. These are broken families. The children, there's no longer families.
No family unit.
Like we grew up with. Mm-hmm. And that's what's attracting the children or these youngsters to the Republican Party, because we are the party of family. Mm-hmm. God, country, and
that's
family.
a big message that she gave you.
Yeah.
It's a big it should open other people's eyes that you're attracting the voters to be, and they respect you. And that's good.
Well, and not just me, the Republicans. Mm-hmm. They're being drawn to the Republicans.
I know that Yuma Tars has a really growing club down there, because I'm one of the state advisors for the Tars, the Teenage Republicans, and I know like in Yuma they're really growing down there. So that's really exciting to see, just kids getting involved and, like you said, realizing how important these values are.
Well, that young lady, her first vote ever, because she's 17 right now, she will be 18 in August. So she gets to cast her first and only vote ever for
race.
Butierez.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today, and
you'll
we
be back
wish you the
for
best of
general
luck.
Right, absolutely.
When you win the primary, you're going to be back for the general, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. Okay, well, we will see you
Chip
then, and
says
you can
that.
give us updates on everything that's going on. And again, the website is butierezforcongress.com. Send your comments, your money, anything you'd like to share with the campaign. He'd be happy to receive it. Thank you.
And volunteers.
Yes.